Have you ever wanted to play VR games with a VR player, but you don't have a VR headset?
No, never wanted to do that.
That's because you have a VR headset. Can you imagine being a VR wannabe player? And I'm not saying that you're wannabes if you don't have VR, but have you ever wanted to play a VR game with VR people, but don't have that VR headset? If so, this is one of a couple of games that have recently come out that is kind of designed around giving you the ability to play with somebody in VR without having the VR headset.
I mean, asymmetrical multiplayer is something that's pretty cool, and it's something that I would try if I liked people enough to invite them to my house.
Well, that's the thing. This currently requires local-only multiplayer, but it is designed for online play with 4v1.
So, what? 4v1 local only, so there's supposed to be 4 PCs on your network?
It is not. It is currently local only because it's not released. It is going to be online 4v1. So the idea is that you have a VR player who is a giant monkey, and then you have up to 4 PC players who are trying to achieve something against the monkey.
So what are you just trying to kill the monkey?
There are a couple of different game modes. There is a hide from the monkey, where you're supposed to hide from the monkey, and you might...
very specific.
You might put your car inside of a house or something, and hopefully he just doesn't find it. There is also a kill the monkey, and then finally...
Wonder what you do in that mode.
You kill the monkey, and then finally there's another mode, which I don't remember what it is.
I think I like that one the best.
And then the final third mode is to be the last man standing. So you just compete against the other 3 people, and hopefully the monkey doesn't kill you. Now, the thing is that all of these modes are really, really similar. They're also very, very boring. It's a lot of fun to be the monkey because you move by pulling yourself along the ground, so you have to grab the ground and pull yourself forward like you're a monkey.
Well, that's depressing. Okay.
I actually had Thundercat be the monkey first, and he was getting into it. I mean, there was some serious, like, ooh going on. All right? He was grabbing the ground and, like, crouching to get lower, trying to make himself faster. I mean, like, he was really getting into it. But it's absolute garbage being a car. The cars don't move properly, the camera angles are all wonky, the commands don't even work half the time. There's no mouse capture, which is really difficult.
Oh, that makes it really hard. No mouse capture?
No mouse capture in a game where you have to move your mouse a lot and drive.
That's depressing.
It's really difficult. And it's just altogether kind of cheap feeling.
Not well thought out.
Like, I enjoy the idea of 4v1 because I really like the idea of having asymmetrical multiplayer with VR players. For example, Mass Exodus allows multiple people to hide from the Overseer robot. I think that's really, really cool. And it allows the VR player to play with people who aren't necessarily in their same house. So I really like that a lot. But when we're talking about playing a game that is essentially a racing game, and the cars don't work like cars...
Oh, man, yeah, I can see how terrible this would be. Especially with how giant that monkey is. That's, like, awful. Like, he can spot you perfectly because the AI is just not doing anything to help. I mean, it seems like it would be really frustrating because you've got these vehicles and this giant monkey that's just, like, tearing everything to pieces, and it seems like he's got way too much health.
The monkey takes a lot of damage to kill, takes a lot of damage from everything, and he can eat and re-heal himself, which means
That's
that
crap.
all this time and effort that you put into it means nothing. On top of that, the projectiles felt too slow and highly inaccurate. Moving the aiming reticle felt slow and highly inaccurate. Just altogether, I mean, I didn't find anything enjoyable about being not the monkey. When you're the monkey, it's a fun thing to run around and just kind of trash people because you're essentially a god. They can't kill you, they can't get away from you, they can't drive properly, so God knows even if they are right in front of you, you're going to catch them. You're faster than them, you're more accurate than them, but that means that 4 out of the 5 people that are playing this game at any given moment are not going to be having a good time.
That's depressing. And it seems like he knows exactly where you are as soon as you switch. Like, is there an indicator that says here's the enemy or something? I mean, it's pretty obvious once you start shooting projectiles because it doesn't seem like the AI is helping in any way, shape, or form.
They will, but they shoot very infrequently and they don't aim properly. But there is some different visibility for the VR player. It's not the same. They can see you much clearer than it looks like in this footage. On top of that, you have giant flags and markers above your head, so they're able to see you. And you're not able to hide. You look like there's no other cars out there. So, for example, if you're a car, it's pretty obvious to say, "Oh, it's a car." It's clearly the bad thing. There's nothing else moving. Everything that moves, you are supposed to kill. So it's pretty simple if you're the monkey to just kill everything.
It seems like an interesting concept that was not particularly well carried out.
That's the problem. And it is, again, a lot of fun if you're the monkey. So
well,
they've got
I think
something.
I would always be the monkey then. But, I mean, I guess that's possibly not an option once it goes VR multiplayer online. Because then it could be like, guess what? You're not the monkey. And then you're like, dang it. And then you'll just have people rage quitting out of lobbies. And I can't imagine how terrible that would be. Because there's already so few people playing all these different online VR games that I can't imagine trying to find a lobby where you get to be the monkey.
So altogether, I wasn't terribly impressed with this game because it is so unfair for the other people who are playing it. If you're the gorilla, it's fun because you're a giant, unstoppable force that can pretty easily kill whatever. Instantly. You just throw them and they're going to die. And they can't do anything when they're in your hands. You can't get away. You're not fast enough. You're too inaccurate. It's really, really easy to be the monkey. If you're one of the cars, you're going to be having not a lot of fun, unfortunately.
So this game is $9.99. Would you buy it?
No, I would not buy it. I probably wouldn't buy it if it were $5. In its current state, I think this is a free game. I think that if you're going to put this game out, it's a free game. Because you need more non-VR players than you need VR players. If you want to, you can go ahead and sell the VR version or whatever, or you can sell different skins, you can do a free monetization scheme. That's cool, but this is a free game, and it should not be a $10 game. If I had paid $10 for it, I would have refunded it.
Those are pretty strong words.
I can't say that this is a good game. Just fair and simple, it's not a good game for 80% of the people who are playing it.
What were the controls like as the gorilla? You said you had to move using your hands. Please tell me it was the triggers and not the grips.
Right, you just use your triggers and grab the ground and move.
Okay, good. At least it wasn't, grip the trigger or grip the grips.
No, you just take your triggers, grab the ground, move forward. You can move really quickly. Trigger grabs things, you throw them out into the middle of the ocean and they're dead. Or grab things and throw them at them in the air. It's easy and simple and intuitive. Unlike playing as a car where I couldn't even figure out how to move half the time. I had to check the controls to figure out what I was doing. It's just not well done. And I can't encourage anybody to pick it up and play as the car. It needs to be a free game.
And for the love of all that's holy, please add mouse capture.
And please, God, add mouse capture. So there you go, guys. That is Late for Work. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. But if you did like it, go ahead and watch another video right up there in the corner. And as always,
we'll see you on the next one.